What about the film collectors scene in France? Are there events taking place? Is there a magazine or something?
Alors, en Super 8, il n'y a plus grand-chose.
Well, there are some events, but not a lot on Super 8. I don't know any magazines, but there were events until recently. But now I think Super 8 is slumbering in France, for now. There is still an active 9.5mm scene in France, but this is a very old format and the average age of collectors is very, very high. In addition, there is still a club with its own magazine. For Super 8, there are probably some small local initiatives, but I'm not up to date on that. That's because the few events that might take place in the Super 8 area are really very, very small. I have experienced the great events that used to take place in the past, but now they no longer take place in France.
Les événements qu'il peut y avoir en Super 8, ils sont vraiment très très petits. C'est pour ça que je suis pas au courant. Les gros événements, il y en avait, je participais à ma manière, mais là maintenant, il y en a plus en France.
How do you estimate the average age of the Super 8 collectors here? It's already quite high. Most of the people I met are mostly retired. That's because it's an expensive passion, so it's a little difficult for young people. Because even if you try to be modest, film is still expensive, so the average age is high, and with it, the financial means. This is difficult for people from the younger generation. So, on the one hand, for financial reasons, on the other hand, out of ignorance, because the young people don't know that you can make cinema differently than with a digital projector. When young people come here, they are amazed. Some take the step and buy a projector. If young people here want to buy a projector, I sell it for less than half of its value because I'm so glad that there are young people who are interested in. I try to encourage and support this as much as possible.
Mais quand des jeunes arrivent ici, ils sont émerveillés. Alors, il y en a certains qui franchissent le pas, qui s'achètent un projecteur. En général,
young people often pass by because there's a shop with movie posters down in the street. It's very well known and many film fans buy posters there. Since the owner is a friend, he tells those who are really enthusiastic that there is another store not far away that they should check out. So I have young people who come here and love the cinema but have no idea about analog film material. They are often amazed. Some take the step and buy a machine.
Pas loin, qui devraient aller voir. Donc j'ai comme ça des jeunes qui arrivent ici en aimant le cinéma, mais en étant totalement ignorants de ce qu'on peut faire avec de la pellicule. Et des fois ils sont, souvent ils sont émerveillés, et des fois ils franchissent le pas. Ils s'achètent une machine.
And what makes Super 8 so interesting, in your opinion? What's so special about it?
Alors pour moi, il y a beaucoup d'intérêt au Super 8. Alors beaucoup.
Super 8 is very, very interesting for me, very much. On the one hand, it is more accessible today. In the past, when it was still the current format for amateur filmmakers, it was very, very expensive. That means, even if it still remains a little bit more expensive than other forms of film, it has now become significantly cheaper. In the 1980s, the price of a sound projector was a worker's salary of 1.5 months. Now, a sound projector costs 200 euros. So, we still have a rather high price. Here, a projector costs 200 euros because it has been tested and it has a guarantee. But you can also find a projector at a flea market for 15, 20 euros. And maybe it works. So this became a bit easier even if it's still a bit expensive. That's one point. The second point is that a Super 8 projector weighs about 4 kilos. It has a handle, so it's easy to transport. If you visit a friend in one evening and you can simply take a projector and a spool with you and after dinner project a reel of film onto a white wall. This is very simple and it will amaze everyone. The projector is autonomous. It has an amplifier and a built-in speaker, so there's sound. Actually, it is a very simple way to improvise a small cinema session. That's the second point. The third point, which is exciting to me, is a little heretical. In the past, film material was very expensive, so the film distributors, in order to make it suitable for the mass market, have put it in a, in quotation marks, digestible form. That means they took the film and condensed it. A complete feature film of 700 meters of film material would have been very, very expensive. So they produced film versions on 60 meters of footage and only plays for 7 minutes. Or they made a 20 minutes cut down of the film on one film reel. That means we can watch the 10 Commandments, a film that lasts 2.5 hours, but the summary on Super 8 takes only 20 minutes. So we can screen during one evening the 10 Commandments, then we show Star Wars in 7 minutes, followed by Spielberg's Duel in 20 minutes. And in less than 1 hour, we show 3 monuments of cinema, and we have fun as if we had seen the whole thing. It's a very, very entertaining story. I can show film covers to illustrate what I mean, but it's very, very much fun. Back then, depending on their financial needs, film collectors had been able to buy film versions with a running time of 20 minutes on one reel, twice 20 minutes on 2 reels, or even, the icing of the cake, 3 times 20 minutes on 3 reels. Those who had a lot of money even bought complete feature films. But the short versions, they are testimony to a time when owning film copies had been rare and expensive. Today, I think it's original. You don't notice anymore to watch a movie with its opening credits, the beginning, the middle, and the end in only 10 minutes. It doesn't seem to make sense today, when we have all kinds of movies on our mobile phones. But in the past, it was common, and it really is a very entertaining experience. People who see me and this hobby, they marvel at it. And by the way, if we already know a movie and then its 20 minutes version is finished, then our brain fills in the gaps and we have the impression that we have seen the whole movie. But you've only seen 20 minutes. That's very amusing. So, what can be seen as a limitation makes it even more interesting nowadays. These edited films, these compressions, that's almost like a sales argument for me, for Super 8. But it's different for me to summarize all the reasons for my enthusiasm.
Quelque chose de promotionnel presque pour le Super 8. Ça va être dur de résumer tout ça.
So, while I'm here, I have a look if Fred doesn't have one or the other digest for me. Well, now I found something quite nice. That was a foregone conclusion. It's basically like a box of chocolates here and you can take anything. So there are certainly one or the other really great pearl. Surprisingly, there are also some movies that are still sealed, like new. And I think I will come back to one or the other movie later. Yeah, I'll say goodbye then. Ja, wir verabschieden uns dann mal. Merci beaucoup.
Bon retour.
Ça va, un plaisir.
C'est pareil pour moi.
Merci beaucoup.
Bon retour et bonne projection avec les films.
Oh, merci. Thank you. All the best for your store and your Super 8 engagement. Pour ta Super 8.
Pour l'activité.
Activité, oui.
Absolument.
Au revoir.
Au revoir.
Well, that was great. Now I have something to watch, and if there is something great here, I may produce a video review about it. Bye bye, see you next time.